Yo, Step Backs and Touchdowns, what's going on? It's your boy Antonio here, and today we have another boxing event to cover. Today we have a big one that we've been waiting on since May of 2023. We've got Devin Haney versus Regis Prograis for the WBC title. We've been waiting for Devin Haney to fight since he last fought Lomachenko in a controversial decision, which I don't think was that controversial. Um, and then Regis Prograis, since he didn't look good in his last fight, we've been waiting for this fight. Um, and as always, man, I'm gonna go over their resumes. I'm gonna go over my notes of both fighters, and then I'm gonna give my prediction. And I want you guys to give me your prediction down below in the comments as well. Now, with that being said, let's get right into it. Devin Haney is 30-0 with 15 knockouts. He's an orthodox fighter. He's 25 years old. He just turned 25 in November. He was undisputed at 135. He beat George Kambosos twice in his own country, and then he beat Vasily Lomachenko this year in a controversial decision, as I just named. Now, the one thing with him is they say he doesn't have power. He can't punch through a wet paper towel. His last knockout was in 2019. As you guys know, it's 2023, almost 2024 now. So that means there's been a lot of decisions. And this is his first fight at 140. He's a bigger 135, so they want to know, was he weight drained? And what was the problem? Because he didn't look as he usually did in his last fight. So this is his first fight at 140. Let's see if he looks more comfortable. Now with Regis Prograis, he's a 34-year-old boxer. He's 29-1, 24 knockouts. He's a two-time champ in the same division. He's not a two-division champion. He is a two-time champ in the same division because he lost his belt to Josh Taylor, but he stayed here for the majority of his career. He's a southpaw, and he has wins over Julius Anango and Jose Zepeda. He is the WBC champion at 140. Now that's a look at both people's resumes. And now we're gonna get into my notes over the fighters, what I've noticed when I watch film for both fighters, and I'm gonna give into my prediction. Now with Devin Haney, we're gonna start with Devin Haney first. As you guys know, he has one of the best jabs in boxing. Very good jab, really. It's a very solid left hand jab. He's very reactive on defense, but he loves to clinch when he feels pressure. Man, he clinched 55 times versus George Kambosos in fight number 1. But with his defense, man, I'm going to show you guys some clips of why I don't think he has the best defense, or why I think it's a slightly overrated. I'm going to show you guys some clips because he does get clipped with huge shots, and I'm going to show you guys the clips of George Kambosos doing it. Now, imagine if Gervonta St. Davis or Regis Prograis does it. It's lights out. But he likes to keep his left hand low. He really brings it up, and that's because he's jabbing with that hand constantly. He's jabbing with that left. He really brings it up, but he keeps both hands rather low. It's just like it's a mix of a Philly shell, but it's not really a Philly shell. But it's like a Philly shell. What he does. He didn't really land to the body versus George Kambosos, but he did versus Lomachenko. But that shows he watches film, man. He really didn't need to land to the body versus George Kambosos because he didn't have the head movement. He was just tearing his head up. But against Lomachenko, who has some of the best defense in boxing, he has to land to that body to open Lomachenko up, and that's what he did. And that's really why he won the fight versus Vasily Lomachenko this year. And he loves counter rights to the body and counter uppercuts. I'm gonna show you guys some clips of him doing it against Lomachenko. But he doesn't do them periodically throughout the fight. He does them in bunches, in which Lomachenko kind of figured that out, and he was getting out of the way of those counter rights. But I love when he does it, and he can land those counter rights. I'm going to show you guys some clips here as well. I mean, he's a master at controlling distance. Similar to Shakur Stevenson, they're good at defense. They have get-back defense, and they can muster up and clinch when needed. And he landed some huge rights against Kambosos in fight 2, man. Go watch fight 2 versus George Kambosos, man. He was landing hard, heavy shots against George Kambosos. He loves a good one too, but like I said, he does not have the power to knock somebody out. He has to brutally beat guys, which he did against George Kambosos, man. He wore him out. He beat him down, and he really should have knocked George Kambosos out. That shouldn't have lasted 12 rounds. You go, 5 guys, go watch that fight. I will link that down below. The George Kambosos versus Devin Haney fight. Now, those are my opinions on Devin Haney. Now we're going to go to Regis Prograis. Regis Prograis doesn't have the resume that Devin Haney does, so there's not many fights out on him. But the one fight that stood out with Regis Prograis is the fight against Josh Taylor, because that's the best fighter, one he's fought up to date until Devin Haney. And secondly, it was a controversial decision, which I don't think that was that controversial. Now, Regis Prograis, he's a southpaw who likes to keep his hands low, similar to Devin Haney, but it's just from a southpaw division, southpaw state. So he keeps his right hand low and left hand up because he's jabbing. But he's a decent right jab. He likes to double and triple and quadruple it up. It's not a Devin Haney jab. It's not gonna always land. He just really throws it just to stay active. Really, I've noticed, and to see if he can touch you, man. It's really not a devastating jab that you gotta worry about. He likes to stay on the inside. He loves to stay on the inside. He can go on the outside though, but he likes to stay on the inside. He likes to throw from awkward angles, and this is due to him, I believe, due to him not boxing until he was 17 years old. If you guys didn't know, he only started boxing because of Hurricane Katrina, which he's 34 years old now. So he hasn't been fighting all his life like a Devin Haney has, so he doesn't have the fundamentals that Devin Haney has. So he's really fighting off instinct. That's why he looks kind of awkward in the ring. And that goes to my next point. He was fighting at awkward. He throws at awkward angles. He likes to throw his left from awkward angles. He likes to throw his right from awkward angles. He likes to land that overhand left, and that's really what he likes to land right there. And when he lands that, man, that's really his knockout punch. So we'll see if he can land it against Devin Haney, which I think he does. He loves to attack the body, man. He was attacking Josh Taylor's body. They got into a brawl, which goes to my next point, that he can brawl, but he was landing to the body in that brawl against Josh Taylor. He just ended up losing that brawl, but he can if needed to. He has a good chin. He took some shots from Josh Taylor. I'm gonna show you guys a clip of him getting clipped against a guy in his last fight. They didn't call it a knockdown, they called it a slip, but you guys be the judge of that. I'm gonna show you guys the clip. You guys tell me what you think of it. But they didn't rule it a knockdown, but he did get hit. And he always is exposed, man. He has bad head movement similar to George Kambosos. Bad head movement. This is why I think Devin Haney is gonna land to his head more than his body this fight. He might start going to his body, but he's gonna eventually wear him down. Going to his head, which is always exposed because he keeps his hands low. The thing with Devin Haney is he has head movement with his, and he has get back defense, quick feet, while he can keep his hands low. But Regis Prograis doesn't have any of that, so he can't do that. He's not fast, none of that. So we'll see how this matches up against Devin Haney. Now that I've gotten over both resumes, I've gone over both notes from the film that I watched. I've watched tireless film on these guys. We're gonna go to my prediction. Now, before I get into my prediction, please, you guys, let me know down below. What are your predictions for the fight? And after my fight, tell me what you think is going to happen. Tell me your prediction. I think Devin Haney is going to outbox Regis Prograis all day long. I think he's going to box him all day long. He's going to land that jab, that solid jab. He's going to get back, not get in the way of Prograis' powerful left hands. And I think Regis Prograis' only chance to win this fight is to clip Haney one of those left hands, slow him down, mentally break him. Land power punches on him all day long and eventually knock him out. And I think Haney keeps him at bay with that jab. Like I said, I think he lands to the body early on. I think he lands those flush right shots when he feels comfortable. When he takes Regis Prograis' power and sees that he can deal with it, he's going to start landing that right hand. And I think he counters Prograis a lot with those counter rights that I showed you guys. I think he does that a lot to Regis Prograis today. And I think he figures him out by round 4, man. I think round 1 through 3, he's going to, fill him out. Prograis might win a couple rounds. He's just filling him out, jabbing. And I think by round 4, he's going to realize that he has him right where he wants him. He's going to start landing shots from all different angles and making Regis Prograis uncomfortable because he's never been in there with a boxer like Devin Haney. He fought Errol Spence. I will note that Regis Prograis fought Errol Spence in the amateurs, but that is the amateurs. This is real boxing now. There's no pad, none of that. We're straight, shirt off, and this is different gloves, no headgear, different everything. But I think Regis Prograis will take some shots from Devin Haney because like he said himself that he has no power. So I think he's going to try to take some shots from Devin Haney. I think Devin Haney's going to not hurt him, but I think he's going to wear him down with some of those shots, man. He's at 140. This ain't 135 no more. He's not drained. These shots are going to hurt harder. I don't think it's going to be enough to knock him down because, like I said, Regis Prograis does have a chin. But don't be surprised if Regis Prograis knocks down Devin Haney. I think Regis Prograis, he could potentially knock Devin Haney down. But I don't think it'll be enough to put him out, but he could potentially knock him down. And Devin Haney could potentially knock Regis Prograis down if Regis Prograis gets too comfortable with his power and he hits him with a clean, precise shot, and Prograis goes down. But I don't think either of them will knock each other out this fight. So that goes to my decision, man. My decision, I got Devin Haney by unanimous decision. I don't think this will be a rather close fight. I think this would be a showcase for Devin Haney, showing that he's fighting good fighters. He fought Kambosos twice. He fought Jorge Linares. He fought Jojo Diaz. He's fought Vasily Lomachenko. He's fought Regis Prograis. He's gonna go on to fight. Let me see, Ryan Garcia or Teofimo Lopez or Rolly Romero next. So I think this is Devin Haney showing that he's pound for pound. He's in that top 10. I mean, this is a showcase going into 2024 comfortably. He's a champion at 140, a two-division champion. That's what I think is going to happen. And I think I will say 9-3. I think it'll be 117, 111. 9 rounds to 3 in favor of Devin Haney. Like I said, I think Regis Prograis will win some rounds early because Devin Haney's still trying to figure him out. But I ultimately think that Devin Haney will win this fight. Now, let me guys know, do you agree with these predictions? What are your own predictions of this fight? This will be a big fight. It's happening tonight, December 9th. Today is the day for the big fight. And we have a lot of upcoming fights coming up. We got Anthony Joshua returning to the ring. We got Deontay Wilder returning to the ring. We're always excited when he fights. Noya Inoue returning to the ring. Dimitri Bivol's returning to the ring. We got Spence Crawford rematch. It's just going to be an eventful end to 2023 and 2024. Let's see what we can get for boxing. And I'm excited to see it. You guys know I will cover it all. I'm going to give my predictions on every single one of these fights. And then at the end of the year, I'm going to give my pound for pound at the end of 2023. And so you guys be on the lookout for that. But like I said, man, please, man, like, share, comment, subscribe if you did enjoy the video. I know we've been slacking on the NFL and NBA videos, but we will be getting back to it. We're just adjusting. We're all living new lives, new beginnings in our careers. So just be patient with us. And it is my birthday today, but I did want to make sure I get this video out to you guys before I go celebrate. But like I said, man, step backs and touchdowns. We out.